The elemental lords, masters of air, earth, water, and fire, were free to tear the world apart now that a 10,000-year truce had come to an end. Only one with a powerful command over magic could stand a chance against them. So
It's the
why did
Avatar!
the ancestors call on a barbarian who hates magic to save us all?
Yo, we're playing the Avatar chapter. Let's go. He's the Avatar. Alright, new game. Masters of the Elements. Tarnum must face down his own prejudice against magic and become a wizard, Harry, if he has any chance of saving the world from the destructive elemental lords. The trouble with magic. Tarnum must defeat the Conflux town to gain the knowledge he needs to confront the elemental lords. If Tarnum loses any battle, his cause is lost. Tarnum will be limited to level 8, but he and 2 of his best captains will carry over to the next scenario. And we either get 10 obsidian gargoyles or 1 spell power. I'll take the spell power, and let's begin.
The ancestors swept Tarnum away to a distant tower, where sorcery was part of everyday life. He now wore the robes of a wizard, and was expected to lead these creatures of magic against the elemental lords.
Honestly, Neil, as soon as I read that this was a actual magic one, I figured I'd be doing everything as far as magic is concerned. Just to have some fun with it, kind of like Drakon. I was fishing on a still lake when the ancestors appeared before me, their ghostly forms hovering just above the water. Tarnum, they said in unison. This is the most important task we have ever set before you. It's only chapter 3. As they magically transported me to a distant tower, they explained that when the world was created, the gods forced the elemental lords into a 10,000-year truce. 10,000 years have passed, and the violent, selfish elemental lords plan to separate all the elements, thus destroying the entire world. No wonder the ancestors seem so urgent. The elemental lords were coming to our world to destroy it. But what if I didn't wait for them? What if I took the battle to them, to the elemental planes where they reside? They certainly wouldn't expect such an assault. Unfortunately, the only way to reach the elemental planes is through a conflux town, and only one remains in the entire world. Oh, there he is. He's a wizard. Look at him. Tarnum. Judged by the ancestors as unworthy of entering paradise, Tarnum wandered... I think that's the same one. Yeah, that's the same one. Alright. Ooh, 10 enchanted. He's Drakon! Let's go! Oh, yes! Let's go! You're a wizard, Tarnum. Hello, Tip H. Hun. Sorry if I spelled that one wrong, but welcome to the stream and thank you for the host. Yo, this is... Alright, so I was wrong. This was, this isn't the Avatar. This is... Oh, whoops, hold on. Quick combat off, hero reminder off, speeds... There we go. I was wrong, this isn't the Avatar. This is Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. Literally. What? What? We're a wizard and we can't use spells? The elemental lords of air enslaved this group of gremlins long ago. They cheer you as you walk among them, cutting the ball and chains attached to their ankles. As one, the gremlins throw down their saws and pick up their former shackles. As exciting as working at the sawmill was, one of them says, I think we'd rather be fighting the elemental lords. Would you mind if we came along with you too? Well, here we go. Let me guess. You sit down among the gremlin miners and tell them of your fight against the elemental lords and of your need for troops. Their leader nods and says the evil elemental lords have no place in this world anymore, and if they really intend on destroying it just to spite everyone, well, we're not going to let them. Will you accept our help? Lord Tarnum, Barsalar, my assistant, addressed me. I would suggest we get rid of those pesky air elementals and take that gold mine. You do know how expensive those enchanters are, don't you? I have to sit on my hand to keep from punching the little man's nose in. Don't go to the realm. You might be out of your element. No mage go, oh, Crash Bandicoot. No, seriously, this is the 4 elemental lords are gonna tear the world asunder? This is Crash Bandicoot, Wrath of Cortex. The King of Bracada, Gavin Magnus, has given me the use of his troops to battle the elemental lords. How the ancestors arranged this, I do not know. Oh, it's Bracada, not Bracadoon. As helpful as King Magnus seems, he also sent along a representative named Barsalar to make sure someone protects the interests of the kingdom. From the first moment we met, Barsalar has been trying to tell me what to do. He's more annoying than any person I have met, and a wizard as well. 2 reasons for me to hate him. Personally, I think the twit needs to be pushed off the nearest cliff. Unfortunately, I would only end up with more problems if the 3rd cousin of the king disappeared. Gavin Magnus. Come on. Lots of air elementals, that should be fine. The Air Lord knew you would come for this gold, mortal. Our superiority is obvious. Surrender now or die. Psych! Bracadoon! When will you stream Crash Bandicoot? Dude, I'd love to stream Wrath of Cortex. I love that game. It's very easy for me to 106% it. Hey, we have haste. Oh, combat animations! Who watches it? How do people play this game like that? Seriously, how do people play the game like that? That is so painfully slow. Sitting at the table in my tent, I shake my head and chuckle as an assistant tries to explain the elemental planes to me. Please listen, sir, the mage says. We have evidence to support this information, first-hand accounts of these alternate planes. But an entire world made only of fire? That's not possible, I say. Sir, in the elemental planes, the rules of our world do not apply. In the elemental planes, you can walk on clouds and entire landscapes can be made only of fire. That's why no one has dared take an army into these lands. Well, possible or not, I will be the first. I say boldly. I may have to use magic, but I can still fight like a true barbarian. There is no reason to sit around and wait for these elemental lords to come to me. I'll take the battle to them and end it before they get a chance to harm this world. Hey, Yaza. I hate when people turn animations. Oh, I'm not saying turn them off, but oh my god, that was so slow! Hey, Hyper. Thanks for the host and welcome to the stream. Alright. A chill wind cuts through your clothing. Then you see the air itself take shape. Air elementals. Not only are they prepared to attack, but the icy wind kicked up by their presence is starting to give you frostbite. One of them approaches and shouts, "By the Air Lord's command, you shall not possess this gem pond!" And they attack! 20 good air elementals. Yes. Air, earth, fire, water, intelligence, logistics, pathfinding. That's what I want. I doubt I'll get it, but that's what I want. And you're a wizard, Tarnum, so make it happen. You come across something half buried in the snow. It's a large pendant pulsating with magic. At first you are repulsed, but then you decide it might be worth something, magic or not. But as you bend to pick it up, the snow moves and an ice elemental rises from the ground. Soon you realize the entire ground in this area conceals nothing but a pack of these creatures. Do I wish to fight them? Yes, I do. I was hoping for weaken, I'll be honest. Gonna lose one. Rip Eric the Enchanting. think I can let the game take that one. Get expert learning for role-playing purposes. No thanks. Alright. Glorious victory. Victorious. You take your prize, the pendant of second sight. Voila. Yeah, he will be missed. An insane archmage runs out of the tree line screaming, "It's mine! Mine! You can't have my treasure!" You have no idea what he's talking about, nor do you think you'll be able to avoid a fight. What? One archmage. You're a wizard, Rissa. Dun 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 dun. All those scenarios where that hourglass was important. I've been told that if I plan to fight the elemental lords, I must use magic. No wonder the ancestors brought me to this tower, the home of creatures born with magic in their blood. Magic is all around me, making the little hairs on the back of my neck stand on end. Even after all these years apart from my culture, I am still a barbarian deep inside. I distrust magic and anyone who uses it. Give me a sword, any weapon, and let me face my enemy in combat. Tap. That's not Salmir. Halon. Hello, Halon. One of the natives of this region approaches your army. You can barely see his face from behind the bundles of clothing he wears to fight off the chill. Sir, I hear you are the one who plans to battle the elemental lords. Seems to me you're crazy to take on such a task. But then, who am I to question you? Anyway, I wanted to warn you that this valley is often visited by air elementals, and you never see them until they attack. Beware. See, I have no idea if followers only mode was actually on, guys. I don't think it was, considering I'm pretty sure people who don't follow me have posted in here and I've seen it. But yeah, no, it couldn't have been, because people would go, "Do you have follower notifications?" I'd be no, and then they'd be like, "Well, I just followed you anyway," and it was like, alright, I don't know. Slow that up. Let's give him Masters and the Obsidian. The wind kicks up, blasting down from the mountainside, practically throwing you out of the saddle. Sensing this is no ordinary breeze, you order your troops to prepare for combat, and just as you suspected, lots of air elementals swoop down out of the sky to attack. Yep, just wanted to be safe. Thank you, Hybrid. Oh, come on. Basic air magic, yes! We got lucky. Alright. Let's go and check that. We only have to go this way. So far, we have underestimated you, but we figured out how to tell if you're coming. You'll regret the day you made us our enemy. You made us your enemy. Lol. Will I now? Nah, that's fine. I actually didn't even start streaming until recently. Basic wisdom. You pause to let your horse eat some of the grass in this area, and as you sit waiting for the animal to fill its belly, you spot a 4-leaf clover near your foot. You pluck the lucky charm from the ground and attach it to your clothes. Oh, I guess the one we saw in the other one wasn't the usual one. A piece of wise advice, Barsolar begins. He was always willing to let you know the importance of his words. Visit those mage towers weekly to recruit the mages as they graduate. You could train them to become enchanters, you know. Yes, I know, I said. Ah, Barsolar. I see you're gonna be a funny one. Barsolar has been droning on for the better part of an hour about the intricacies of golem construction, while I've been daydreaming of a golem falling on top of the scrawny wizard, crushing the life out of him. Then Barsolar stopped talking. I turned toward him. He was waiting for something. He must have asked me a question. What? I said around a yawn. I said, Barsolar dragged out the words, it would be beneficial to hire one of those lazy heroes from the tavern to visit the gremlin workshops and parapets and other creature dwellings once a week. They could collect the taxes from the water wheel and windmill as well. Sure, sounds like a good idea, I said. I quickly pointed to our right and said, Look, a rabbit! Barsolar looked and then frowned as he realized there wasn't a rabbit. No, no one can replace Hardak! Again, the air elementals appear out of nowhere, swooping out of the sky. They're intent on your destruction, and as you draw your weapon, you wonder how many of these creatures the Air Lord can send at you before he gives up. Hardak. Why, Hardak? Why? You could say you are breezing through the sun. This is our Mercury. Go find your own. The elemental lords are far more powerful than you will ever be. It's wiser to join them than side with some upstart fool. The lab will be necessary to your victory, so you grudgingly order your troops to attack, and god fucking damn it. I was gonna say, I swore I saw a hero up here. Stannis is alive. Dun 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 dun. Oh. No melee penalty. Bye bye. Expert air magic, and now we gotta worry again, because I again don't have a replacement here. Get a Beedger. Let's take my boy Astral. Biz Heat should be a sub emote. Even though I can't even use sub emotes anymore. Dun. Dun. Where's the window? Come on, Tarnum. You can do better than this. Hey, Unitazer, welcome to the stream. Yep, there was wisdom at the hut. I already have wisdom on Tarnum, though. Upgrade them into those sexy enchanters. I will. No, this isn't that's not the wrong campaign. Take leadership. He can do that! He's Dracan! Alright, I can still get the other 3 schools of magic. Intelligence and logistics, I guess? I mean, I figure logistics is probably going to be the hardest one to get on him. Oh, there's the windmill. Nice. This morning I left while it was still dark to explore the immediate area. Perhaps it was foolish, but dealing with all this magic makes my head feel like it's been split open with an axe. Just the chance to ride alone in the wild made me feel better. Then I was attacked. The air elementals came out of nowhere and picked me up from my horse. I tried to use my staff on them, but it was useless, while the elementals were completely surrounded by their element, air. They carried me up above through the clouds themselves, taunting me all the way. Then they let me go. It seemed like I fell for an eternity, straight toward the solid ground below. I tried to prepare myself for the pain, and then something took hold of me from behind. At first, I thought it was the elementals, back to taunt me again. But then I turned around. When I turned around, I saw one of my assistants, the Gargoyle Master. The small man was flying through the air with the help of magic, and he sent me down without injury. I lowered my head, ashamed that I had to be saved by magic. Right, split them into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Split them into. Get out of my way. And let's go this way. This is how our Mercury go. Yeah, I read that. You can do it, yes. It's leadership. Teal is our only enemy, right? Yeah. Thank you. Gold mine, alright. Lord Tarnum, those enchanters of yours are very expensive. It was my newly appointed treasurer, the man who saved my life from the air elementals. I promoted the Gargoyle Master as a reward for keeping quiet about the humiliating incident. I know they are powerful magicians, the treasurer said, but they are very expensive. Find the money, somehow, I said. There is one way. When we have an abundance of a resource, we can exchange it at the marketplace for gold or any other resource, the small man said. I never would have guessed. Gargoyles. If it were up to me, I wouldn't even have them in my army. These unnatural freaks make my skin crawl. They aren't truly alive, but stone enchanted with life. Their eyes don't blink, they don't eat or breathe, yet they follow orders and stay close to their master like dogs. And they wanted to flee. Ahead, lots of air elementals have surrounded the home of some gargoyles. It looks like the elementals plan to bring the entire building down to its foundation, unless you stop them. Storm elementals. Where's Carissa? I actually do want to carry her over. Whoops. Alright, no. We're not playing like that. There you go. My lord, said the wrinkled assistant as he approached, you summoned me? I've come to realize wizards have more assistants than the hairs on their sunken chests. I have a theory. For every problem that faces them, from difficult magical formulas to ill-fitting boots, a wizard hires a new assistant to solve them. Hence, the most powerful wizard is the one who never has to lift a finger as a retinue of apprentices capable of populating a city bustles around him. Which one are you? I said. Pontifex, the golem master. Ah, oh yeah. I was wondering, as long as I have to have those golems in my army, can you do something to make them breathe? Whatever would you want to do that for, Lord? I don't like them. Yeah, they're strong, but they're so creepy, like walking corpses. Do you like corpses, pontificate? I said sharply. It's Pontifex, Lord. The golem master said. Oh, and no, I do not particularly like corpses. So, can you do anything? I do not think so, Lord. But golems are quite useful as they are. They will do whatever you want them to do, whenever you tell them to do it. Yeah, prolific, ponific, Lord. Yeah, but they don't do everything you ask them to do. I ordered one to breathe, but its head cracked open trying to get its small mind around that one. I said, Lord, that is quite impossible, Pontifex said, annoyed and confused at the same time. Fine, forget the breathing, I said, grinning as I wondered how far this wizard could be pushed. Can you make them blink? He's trolling. We have learned a lot from the Elemental Lords over the years, and there is much more knowledge to be gained. We can't let you proceed with this foolish plan to attack our teachers. Surrender to us now, or we'll be forced to attack. Nice air shield. Really haven't been many options. At first you thought these gold golems were inactive and could be salvaged for gold. But as you approach, they stand up. One of your assistants, who knows a little about magic, attempts to gain control of the gold golems with a few common command words. None of them work. Now you'll have to destroy the golems. Too bad, they're very well crafted. Nice. Curse magic users and all of their kin. Last night one of my supply wagons was attacked. A lone wizard approached the guards. Of course, they didn't expect trouble from a single old man, but this wizard summoned some air elementals who quickly sent my men fleeing for their lives. Several were killed and my gold was gone. This gold mine appears to have been inactive for centuries, and you can see why. Standing outside, some gold golems stand guard. Although these golems are mindless, they are the perfect guards. They never sleep, and they never take breaks. Da Dun, 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 dun. Wow, they still came forward. Savages. And expert leadership. Alright, I really do hope we can get the other schools of magic before it starts forcing us to take another skill we don't want. I want neither of these. Dun, dun, dun. Alright, let's push in. Rush speed. Dun, dun. 1, 2, they arrive. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dun, 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 Intius. Prepare to die. Golems are crushed. Rush. Rush me. Come and get some Intius. Oh, they have spells. Oh, come on. Although I guess I won't be able to get spells. Since we win as soon as we take the town. I've been getting a lot of requests for me to build a mage's guild. Barcelar, the loudest of them all. We need spells. How do you expect us to fight without spells? Barcelar said this morning. This is battle. Soldiers everywhere win wars. Without magic, I said. There was enough magic around me to make my skin crawl. I didn't want to add more. I know these wizards well. I fought them long, long ago. You give them an inch, they'll take the entire world. But their whining annoyed me. Letters arrived daily from men sleeping in the next tent. Wizards write letters for everything. I wouldn't be surprised if they wrote one to announce they were stepping into the woods to relieve themselves. I mean, I'd like you to build a mage guild. Hey, there they are. Electrizing. Probably take this right now. As we pitched camp last night, a pack of storm elementals appeared out of the cloudy sky and attacked. Lightning bolts cracked all around us, igniting tents and wagons, scaring off horse and man alike. Hello, Raquel. Welcome to the stream. I think I had been hoping for a good fight because my rage took over. I met the storm elementals head-on with nothing but my quarterstaff. Oh, I would have made short work of these creatures if I had just if I had just had my sword, but instead it took 2 or 3 blows each to destroy them. When all was safe again, I dropped my cracked staff and stared at my amazed troops. Surely they had never seen a wizard act like an insane barbarian before. I smiled at them. I felt good, refreshed, despite a couple burns caused by the lightning attacks of the storm elementals. See, I said, who needs spells? You can see the glint of gold from where you stand. And this is obviously the fabled endless purse of gold. Unfortunately, you can also see the glint of gold from some gold golems. The moment your hand touches the bag, they'll activate. But you'll have to fight them. Are you really interested in tangling with a pack of gold golems? Of course. It's pathetic. Who needs spells? Absolute madman! Hey, here we go. No, 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 no! No wonder he was born a barbarian. He's too savage, yes. It all makes sense now. Alright, I don't need more of an army though. Yep. Cowardly AI. You spot a group of iron golems too late, activating them the moment you approach the crystal cavern they stand watch over. Nice. You know, expert leadership might not be all that bad, it's just not what I was going for. Hey, Prometheus. You always flee, so well, it's fine. The one time they don't flee will be the time we get them. And I can't get experience anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Alright, so that's this one. I sat down with the mage instructor, Hemeros, before dinner. Places of learning like the Marletto Tower, the Learning Stone, and the Garden of Revelation are important for self-improvement. These places will help you increase your skills, said Hemeros. Why do you mention this? Are you saying there's something wrong with me, Hemorrhoid? I said. No. Well, just thought I'd mention it, Lord. Excuse me, the mage instructor said, and dismissed himself without even mentioning that I'd gotten his name wrong. As soon as the man left my tent, I broke out in laughter. These wizards were so easy to fluster. And let's just save that here, and start skipping for story. A report from my tower came in last night. Apparently several storm elementals flew in over the walls and attacked. None of the guards were injured because they were simply a distraction. Several other elementals managed to break into the treasury at the same time. My new treasurer tried to stop them, but his spells were too weak. Sadly, he died, and the enemy escaped with their arms loaded with golden gems. The money can be replaced. Oh no, that gargoyle died? Oh. The money can be replaced, but I will never get the chance to repay my debt to the treasurer who saved my life. Even if he was a wizard, he was a brave man. Hemorrhoid, what a name. Lord Tarnum! Barcelar stormed into my tent. His high-pitched voice gave me a headache instantly. It's time you built a mage guild. Why? A wizard like you refuses to research? Why a wizard like you refuses to research new spells is beyond me, but this stupidity has gone on long enough. What? I shouted, jumping to my feet. I grabbed the closest object, a ceramic mug, and threw it at Barcelar's head. The little man was quick, I'll give him that. He ducked just in time. He stared at me, mouth open, amazed. Get out of here, you boot-licking toad, before I throttle you with my bare hands, I ordered. Barcelar was smart enough to leave immediately. I sat down, shook my head. Wizards like Barcelar are descendants of the wizards who enslaved my people long ago. Every time I see their pretty robes, I see the men who whipped my people, the men who took my sisters away, the men who brought about my downfall. The ancestors can make me work beside wizards, but they can't make me like it. Typo. In typical wizardly fashion, I sent a letter to Barsolar, apologizing for throwing a mug at him. My temper got away from me there, but I also mentioned that if he insults me again, I'm going to twist his neck until his head pops off. Later that day, Barcelar approached me slowly. Lord Tarnum, he began, the wizards and alchemists rely heavily on magic. While it is noble that you try to do things mundanely, the rest of us are not blessed with your size and strength. So, what are we going to do about it? Maybe, I said, if these wizards and alchemists spend less time studying spells and more time doing real work, they would have the size and strength that they need to stand up to the enemy? Barsolar rolled his eyes and left the tent without another word. Firebird growth, oh baby. I may not have responded well to Barsolar's demand for me to build the Mage Guild, but now that I've had time to think, I realize I have been stubborn. I've hamstrung my troops by denying them their spells, and I plan to rectify that later. Actually, the death of the Treasurer convinced me that I had been wrong. Perhaps he would have survived if he had more spells. I'll never know. Gargoyle guy! Make those damn elementals pay, absolutely. A letter from the King of Prakata came today. I knew what it said even before I opened it, and I knew this letter was Barcelar's work. In his letter, Gavin Magnus explained very politely that his people needed magic in order to be effective. He also reminded me, several times, that I was using Prakatan forces for his venture, and that they would be withdrawn with but a single, word. So, I have been scolded. I crumpled up the letter and searched the camp for Barcelar, finding him drinking tea with the mage instructor, Hemross. Excuse us, Hemorrhoid, I said. Yes, Lord, the mage instructor said. Barcelar glared at me and said, the mage instructor's name is Hemross, Lord Tarnum. This ridiculous way you taunt us with your name-calling is getting old. I promptly grabbed Barcelar by the collar and lifted him into the air. He tried to scream as I jammed Magnus's letter into his mouth. If you have a problem, come to me. Next time you go behind my back, you'll be sorry. And you might want to think about finding another job, one that takes you far away from me. Lol. Is that it? Air. Elemental population double. Alright, I think that one's it. They attack. 358 sprites. I like the computer charger, Promethex. He casted a spell. Now that was funny. I don't care. We win! That's what you get. Alright, but what we'll really do is load up the save. And now we attack. Intius first. For BM. And here we go. Well, that's anticlimactic, but you saw the other one, so that could be a more interesting fight for you guys. Air shield. And there you go. Teal has been vanquished, and we have already won. Alright, very nice.